Hey everyone, alright, today I'm going to show you how to make my ultimate homemade vegan burger. You're going to need a few ingredients, with the main one being the base of the burger. Today I'm using Beyond Meat's ground protein, which I personally love, but you can have a few choices there. And I'll show you the rest of the ingredients as we go. Let's get started. Alright, so here we got most of our ingredients that are going into the burger. Again, I'm using Beyond Beef's plant-based ground here. Make sure you try to get a ground vegan protein because it'll really just make it easier to mix it in with the other ingredients. Then I'm using Kite Hill's ricotta cheese, which is a nice almond-based vegan cheese that I'll throw into the burger mix too. Then I have nutritional yeast, some onion salt, and cayenne pepper. And then you'll see on the cutting board, I have garlic, which I'm gonna chop up. I have some onion that I'm leaving longer to make grilled onion out of for the top of the burger. And then I'm gonna go ahead and chop and dice this onion up to mix it into the ground itself. All right, now I'll chop up the onion decently finely so I can mix it into the Beyond Beef ground. And now I'm gonna chop up the garlic. Okay, now I'm gonna start mixing all of my ingredients in this bowl and make that nice flavorful ground that will then cook. All right, now I'm putting around half a pound of my ground Beyond Meat into the bowl. All right, now I'm gonna add in that chopped garlic and the chopped onion. Next, I'm gonna add around 2 tablespoons of the Kite Hill ricotta cheese. And then I'm gonna add around half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And then I'm gonna add around half a teaspoon of onion salt, which is just a mixture of onion powder, garlic powder, and salt, obviously. And then lastly, I'm gonna add around 1 teaspoon of nutritional yeast. All right, now that I have all my ingredients in the bowl, I'm just gonna stick my hands in there and start mushing it all together before I start to form the final burger shape. All right, now that I've mixed all the ingredients nice together to form that good burger base, I'm gonna dump it onto my cutting board so then I can actually form 2 nice 1/4 pounder patties. All right, now I'm just using my hands to form a nice burger shape. Try not to press it too hard or break it apart. With a decent thickness to that burger, and these two look pretty good. All right, now I'm starting to heat the pan to medium heat, and I'm gonna throw in my garlic olive oil. Again, you can use any cooking oil. I just prefer to use garlic olive oil. It adds some flavor and then obviously serves a purpose. And again, when you're cooking a burger, if anything, you wanna be generous with the amount of olive oil you're putting in the pan. All right, now that our pan is heated up, I'm just gonna throw that burger in right in the center on that oil. And I'll probably let that sit there for around 4 minutes until I flip it to the other side. All right, and now that that burger's done cooking, I'm gonna set it to the side and then go grab my onions to make the grilled onions to put on top. Now, using that same oil from the burger, because it has that nice leftover flavor, I'm just gonna throw the onions into it on medium heat. Now I'm just gonna slowly saute these onions around to maybe 1 to 3 minutes until I get the brownness that I want from them. All right, now that my onions are towards that brownness that I like, I personally like to sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder on top. It's a nice flavor addition to those onions by themselves. And now that my onions are nice and finely cooked in with that garlic powder, I'm just gonna take the pan off the heat and let those sit as I prepare the burger. Okay, now as a nice topping, I like to add in Trader Joe's vegan pesto. Again, you can use any sauce, but I definitely recommend trying this because the flavor is amazing. And then lastly, I'm gonna top on our grilled onions. And then I also personally like to let the oil from the pan drizzle a little bit, and it's just gonna add that much more flavor onto the burger. All right, now we have our burger. It's all done with the right toppings on it. You can just eat it by itself like I'm about to, or obviously throw it in whatever, bun of choice or lettuce wrap, and I think you'll really enjoy this, so have fun with it, guys.
All right, Tritons, this week we're gonna be making burgers, and I'm gonna be making the burgers that my dad would always make when I was a kid. We never had a name for them, so I'm just gonna call them Mo Burgers, because that's my dad's name. And we're gonna go ahead and start. So first things first, to make the patties, you're gonna need some ground beef, the 80-20 should be fine. You can make it leaner if you want. And then we're gonna do salt, cayenne pepper, Worcestershire sauce, salt, pepper, which are somewhere, and then onion chopped up pretty finely. All right, so you're gonna put the meat in the bowl. We're using about a pound of meat to make 4-ish burgers. Next up, you're gonna put the onion, and then all of your spices, just kind of to taste. Okay, so once you mix it all together, you're gonna put it down on your cutting board, and you're gonna cut it into even pieces of however many burgers you're making. In my case, we're making 4. So just like that. Take a little bit of cheese, not a whole lot, we're gonna cut these in half, just to put into the center of each of the burgers. So now, once the cheese is in the middle, they're all nicely packed in the burger shape, and you're just gonna put them in the fridge and let them chill for maybe 20 minutes. All right, so the 3 toppings that we're gonna put on these burgers is fried onions, which we're gonna do in the pan. I'll show you how to do those. A fried egg and baked beans. So first, chop the onions up and put them in the pan. And we're gonna cook everything on the barbecue because it's a nice day outside and we live in San Diego. So first, you're just gonna throw the onions in the pan with some oil, salt and pepper. You're just gonna let those fry. So before you put them on, you're gonna wanna make a small indent in the middle of each one, just because it helps it hold its shape and kind of cook more evenly. So just make a small little indent in each of the burgers. Okay. And then you're just gonna throw them on the grill on like medium, plus our 5th roommate who didn't tell me he was gonna be home for dinner, so he gets a frozen burger. So you're just gonna throw it right on the grill. And it should cook, I don't know, between 6 to 8 minutes per side, generally. If it's a thicker burger, it's gonna cook longer, but the second topping is fried eggs, and we're just gonna fry them right outside here on the griddle, because it's sunny. So when you're frying the eggs, you're gonna wanna leave them a little squishy in the middle. I mean, if you like that, but that way it kinda, when you cut into the burger or bite into it, it oozes all over the place and it's pretty tasty. All right, so we got carried away and forgot to film a bunch of it. But you're gonna put the cheese on the burger, then put the burger on the bun, put the fried egg, the fried onions, put some baked beans right on top of there, put some ketchup or whatever you want in there, and that's your Mo burger. Mo burger, Mo problems.
Hey everyone, my name is Alison, and today I will show you how to make some easy, simple sliders. Let's get started. First, you'll need Spam, bread, and 1 egg. Now make that Spam. Look at that sizzle. Now make your Eggo. Now make your egg just like you want it. I like my egg a little runny. Now cut your bread in half so it opens up. Now butter the top half of the bread. Now place the butter side of the bread down into the pan. Once the bread is slightly brown or as brown to your liking, put it on the Spam. Now to make sauce, you need mayo, salt, and finely chopped garlic. You can add sriracha here if you would like. Now mix all the ingredients together. Now spread your sauce evenly onto the Spam. I've never made this before, so I don't know if it's good or not, but now we will all know together if it tastes good. Now cut into small squares and you're done. Enjoy!